Now I know it wasn't only me that felt like something was missing on the weekend. Boruto being gone for 2 weeks, it felt like I didn't get my weekly fix of this anime. It felt kinda empty for me. On the weekend, I'm used to reviewing Boruto. I was like, what should I do? I mean, I guess that means I really do care about this anime more than I think. Anyways, it's time to go balls deep and with my analysis, and let me know if you feel the same way in the comment section. So this video is sponsored and partnered by Anime Ryo. Check it out if you want anime clothing and use the discount code ABDSquad for 10% off. Let's get started. So you're all probably wondering, why the hell have I titled the review in that manner? What do I mean by saying Sasuke and Pain are always right in the end? Well, I will get to that later on in the video, so let's start off with what actually happened today. Now, throughout the episode, the reoccurring thought that was happening in my head regarding is Kurosuchi. Where is she? Like, seriously, she is Kage level and has been in prison for 7 episodes now. Another thing that was going through my head is, why are the ninjas so trash in this village? It makes Onoki's thought process 100% more believable. I mean, if your ninjas are this weak and incapable of doing anything, of course you'll be scared of the future since they won't be able to defend themselves. Onoki has caused a coup d'etat in his own village with his own experiment, which only took a few years to execute. Now that's scary. So the episode does try to fix this issue by telling us that the ninja in the room, they cannot do anything because the Akuta are holding the civilians hostage and there are paper bombs everywhere. The Akuta would kill all the civilians if they tried anything. So I said, okay, whatever, that's believable, I'm gonna let that slide. But wait a second, how did they get into that position in the first place? You're telling me these 20 to 30 odd ninjas didn't do anything and lost that fast? Come on son, that ain't convincing me at all. One thing they are doing right lately in Boruto is the music. That is something I will admit, it's getting good lately and I notice it on a weekly basis. So in today's episode we have a fight between Inojin, Chocho, Shikadai vs Kokuyo, the Akuta. But before we dive into this, I already hear you guys commenting, bullshit, this is some bullshit power scaling, oh my god man, Kokuyo defeated 6 Jonin on his own. How the hell are these 3 gonna beat him? This is bullshit, oh my god, I hate Boruto, it's trash, power scaling, trash. Alright, look. You looking at me? I'm the captain now. I'm joking, but listen everyone. We just all have to accept that Boruto's generation are all prodigies. It's like the S-class generation of miracles. You know how in Kuroko no Basuke they explain that shit? How the generation of miracles are far and beyond the skill of any year from before? We just need to use that logic now, and to be fair, it makes sense in the Naruto universe. Naruto and all the other couples planned this obviously because they all banged each other and busted all kinds of nuts at the same time, so all their kids are born at the same time and end up at the school at the same time, so they learn jutsu together at the same time and become the most powerful at the same time. It all makes sense and it's not even a conspiracy theory fam. They all have the most elite of the elite genetics from 2 sides of a clan, and this will obviously cause them to be powerful naturally. I mean, they even get training from their parents off screen. This generation of ninja basically in real life terms all got born into multi-millionaire life. Now obviously we see Shikadai, Inojin and Chocho win against Kokuyo, and I for one love Shikadai and Inojin's character, so I didn't really care how they won. I'm not emotionally invested to care how it happens, I'll be honest. But Inojin using mind-body switch technique was great and it was exciting to see his character develop a lot in this episode. This also basically proves my point that this generation has a shit ton of skills from their parents taught to them that other ninja don't have the privilege of. The mind-body switch technique is the signature technique of the Yamanaka clan, as the user converts their consciousness to spiritual energy, which they send at a target. Their consciousness moves slowly towards the target and travels in a straight line. When their consciousness does successfully make it to the target, the user substitutes the target's mind and takes control of their body. Users can communicate with their targets while possessing their body. The mind-body switch technique lasts until the user chooses to release it. Targets with strong wills can force users from their body, which Kokuyo basically did today. This means that he must have had some sort of will or consciousness of his own. He is clearly more human than he thinks, because a robot wouldn't have consciousness for example, and a living being does. This jutsu would not work otherwise, which of course Shikadai tells him in the end after he was defeated. Furthermore, Akun today proves that nurturing an Akuta into being a good person through correct lessons and parenting can be done, and that the evil nature that the others have is based upon Lord Ku not following the plan. The agenda Onoki created on paper sounds good, but in execution it was really shit and he caused all the problems himself. He bestowed too much power and authority into Lord Ku, whilst he himself is not as powerful in comparison and can't control him. He gave him free will. It's like the Dr. Frankenstein story, where he creates his own demise and a monster. If Onoki created Lord Ku and nurtured him for a few years first, or teach him about humans a bit more than he did, the mentality and ideology of the Akuta would be totally different. From the very introduction of Lord Ku and the others, we have seen them despise humans due to their differences and not willing to understand each other. All Akuta are born with the curse that one day they will die. They do not have hearts, right? But how is that different to human beings? All humans and shinobi are also destined to die one day. It's a destiny we all cannot escape. The Akuta believe they are superior to humans for some reason, and this is because they believe they are more powerful naturally due to their white Zetsu cells and jutsu. But you know, this is actually wrong, because strength is built over time and experience allows humans to develop more and more. The strength and jutsu that they have is actually from human beings themselves. White Zetsu used to be humans that turned into Zetsu over time. In addition, humans are the ones that created the jutsu that they are using. They are giving them their powers that they are so proud of. In addition to this, Shikadai just proved today that a human heart and emotions makes them work even harder to protect each other from the evil that they are bestowing. Now, the Akuta not understanding humans and the humans not understanding Akuta work both ways, of course, but the humans don't want them to exist in the first place because they feel their role would be diminished, and it's a danger to society having Akuta be too powerful with free will, which is proven today, which, you know, Onoki is a terrible leader. The Akuta are also in the wrong because Onoki is stupid and he didn't teach them the culture, politics and morals of what makes them so important for their role. In the end, Pain and Sasuke are right. Kishimoto admitted himself. You guys need to please make sure you watch my hidden message Madara video if you want more knowledge and understand what I'm saying. But basically, Kishimoto admits himself that there will always be war because it's a fact of life, and I agree with that statement. Human beings will never understand each other, and selfish interests of others will always cause conflict. It's the cycle of life since the beginning of our existence. The main issue of this arc is that the Akuta do not understand humans, and the humans are trying their best to help them, but it doesn't work out until the very end of this arc, which I'm probably assuming. So this is a shonen at the end of the day, and Boruto's philosophy needs to be proven correct. Onoki needs to be reprimanded for his actions, and I'm gonna be pissed off if nothing happens to this dude and there's no consequences. But look, what I'm trying to say is, Akun today proves my point. Akun is an Akuta that Inojin taught, and he ended up being the hero that saves the day. If Onoki executed his plan correctly, none of these problems would occur. None of these Jonin or Konoha shinobi would have to die. Pain and Sasuke will always be right about the ninja system being flawed, because only through suffering can one attain true human kindness, which is selfless. One day people will truly understand each other by communicating our thoughts, feelings and suffering, realizing that we are all equals as human beings, and this is one of the deeper messages of the entire anime. Now, getting back to the episode, Sarada fell for genjutsu somehow, even with a Sharingan being active. Now, in the Shinden, she already has 2 Tomo, but over here she only has 1. So, Sarada fans are really getting annoyed with the anime for some reason, saying she gets nerfed all the time and she shouldn't be able to be put under genjutsu. But me personally, I think this is bullshit. They have already established that the fabricated beings are strong, and even if you have a Sharingan, it doesn't mean you can't be put under genjutsu. Like, literally, Sasuke vs Itachi for the first 5 minutes, it was a genjutsu battle. They were fighting under genjutsu. I personally think Sarada always proves herself when needed, and she will obviously beat this Akuta character soon with Boruto. But I do agree that we really do need some more info and find out why this Akuta fabrication has such a powerful genjutsu. It's so powerful. If they don't explain this, it's a bit meh. Also, just as I predicted months ago, Lord Ku betrays Onoki as soon as he denies the sacrifice of human beings, and Lord Ku punches him and knocks him out. Lord Ku has free will, as I said, and Onoki is a hostage of his own plan. But what I don't understand is, listen guys, why is Mitsuki getting no development? He literally talks to Sekie and knows that they are sacrificing humans, which apparently Mitsuki understands and cares for himself. So why haven't he got any exposition of Mitsuki? Why haven't they talked about it? I mean, this is the Mitsuki arc. You know, this will probably happen next week with Konohamaru, since they met up and Konohamaru is going to reveal himself to Mitsuki and ask him, what the hell are you doing, son? So at the end of the day, the episode had a lot of development for Inojin's character too, and I enjoy that because I like Inojin. Inojin crying and feeling emotion for the Akuta just shows the contrast of his childhood to his father Sai, for example. Sai was someone that didn't know how to show emotions and had to read books to learn it, and you know, he lost his brother and he was in the Anbu his whole life. So it was really empathetic and shows how well Ino and Sai raised Inojin to be the person that he is. Also, this arc has 3 more episodes, I believe. I think the Shinden is being adapted on the 10th of February, so we got 1 more month of this arc. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the analysis and this video. Make sure to smash the like button, follow us on Instagram or Twitter, and also, yeah, check out my other Boruto videos that you missed out, and I'll see you next time.